I've been saying this for so long. I mean, set pieces and us not defending them, I think I've brought that up a million times. I feel like I've brought all this up a million times, but I mean, we have dropped 19 points from winning positions in the league this season. 17 of those are at home. 17 points dropped from
Holy
winning
crap.
positions at home. I mean, let me just, if we add 10 of those, 10 points, not all of them, that's crazy. That wouldn't happen. You'll drop points. It happens. 10 points, we're on 55. We're 1 point off Man City. That could be a very serious team if they picked up half the points they've dropped from winning positions. And instead, it's this team. We get this. And as soon as Fofana gets the red card, I mean, I knew it was happening. James Ward-Prowse comes on. As soon as he came on, I text my boy. I said, do not give them any set pieces. Like, we know what's going to happen, right? And Fofana and the DMs after the game, it's unacceptable. I feel like that goes without saying, but I guess you have to say it. Like, that's insane. There's no justification for that. What there is justification for is criticizing one of your senior players, given our squad, committing that type of foul 80 yards away from his own penalty box against a team who has not created anything the entire game. It was an ugly 1-0. We could have won it as an ugly 1-0 with 11 players. I mean, look at the Leeds game. 6 minutes worth of imploding cost us 2 points. And I think the manager got it spot on. We have set to fire 4 points in the last 2 games. I think that's spot on. And I think for anyone trying to have a dig at the manager, you're for sure an idiot. Like, as much as I would have loved to keep Maresca in, like, to even think about blaming any of this on the new guy they put in there. I mean, look at the results we were getting. You can't, can he like teach them how to mark someone on a corner? He literally said someone missed their assignment. He didn't give out the name, totally fair, but that's insane. That is insane. You play for the world champions. That's unacceptable. It is beyond me that this is this. It's the same shit. Just a continuous roller coaster. I mean, every single season is, oh, well, next season we've got the potential. And I'm very clearly running out of that patience. I thought we had enough going into this season. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I thought this core had enough to be built upon. Colwell goes down. You're far and away best central defender. Promising team loses their best defender. You'd probably replace him. Man City have injury issues and they go get Gahey, right? Like, act serious and you get serious results. If you do not act serious, you get these results. So as much as I hate it, like, this has absolutely been coming since the day the transfer window shut. You would have thought maybe it was earlier in the season, Club World Cup fatigue. We've played all year. For it to happen now is even more infuriating. It's almost like you got led on a bit. And I kept talking about this crazy run of games we have coming up. Here we go. We've got the Emirates and we've got Villa Park. Those are our next 2 Prem games. And as much as I want to be like, yeah, a derby, let's go beat Arsenal, let's ruin their title race. Villa, they're up and down. Let's go have a go at Villa. How can I have any confidence after watching what I've just watched? I can't. I can't. And I feel like everyone can hold a fair share of blame, but I think the most egregious offense is our defense. To walk into a season with that defense is an embarrassment. It is a disgrace. I mean, your best central defender is a guy who, going into this season, has played 30% of the available games for Chelsea since he signed. And then everyone else is just bad. I'm sorry, they're just not good enough. None of them. None of them, bar maybe Fofana, but he's never able to play. This is the first time, this is the most minutes he's ever played since signing for us. It's unacceptable. It is infuriating. I mean, I was actually cool on Saturday. I'm more pissed off now. It's just, the more you think about it, the more infuriating it gets, because it's not like this is something shocking. It's a new revelation. We could have never seen this coming. Everyone saw this coming. It's infuriating.
And it's only going to get worse.
That's right.
Yeah, you got, we've talked about it on the pod, maybe double digits at this point. You guys need a fucking leader in the back line. It's going to screw everyone's heads on and also just bring up the players around them. Jacquet as an option is not that guy to do that. I definitely think he could have done a job personally, but in terms of lifting up the defense, I thinking about it more, I don't think that would have helped at all. And we've been talking about it. Someone that almost on either world class or on the cusp of world class is basically what you need. It's easier said than done to go get that, but you again, you guys are Chelsea. It's not like you're some run of the mill Premier League team. Like
San
this is an
Caicedo, we
elite
finished
football
12th. Like, it shouldn't be a problem. I hope Koval's surgery went well. Take all the time you need. I need him to come back to 100% because he was finally starting to show those flashes, right? He was putting in consistently good performances. There's accountability in the back. He was looking like that leader, a homegrown leader, no less. Beautiful. And then there goes his knee. So you can't rely on him to play 3 games a week coming fresh off knee surgery. So yeah, something needs to be done. In my perfect world, every single one of those center backs gets sold. Bar Fofana, you can think about it. Sarri's new, but again, we have these kids coming in. Like Tosin's got to go, Badiashiel's got to go, Chalaba's got to go. Sassi's doing well at West Ham. I hope they stay up now, and I hope they pay the price. But they all have to go.
Tosin and Chalaba are probably going to stay. I'm just going to be honest with you. They're English.
See, that's another reason I want Morgan Rogers. I need Palmer's friend to be good.
No, I'm not saying it's Palmer's friend. You have registrations to be done, and you like to sign youngsters from far off places. Therefore, Chalaba and Tosin need to be in the squad.
You forget the pure profit, my friend. Chalaba, they've been trying to get rid of for years.
You got to replace him, though. That's the thing.
Well, we don't replace anybody. We just buy and sell. We
That's
just want to
not,
buy certain players. Like Garnacho. Why did we buy Garnacho? I can't. I'm never going to get over that. There was no reason.
Homegrown.
You know what's
He's homegrown. Honestly, like that's why he was a cheap homegrown player that is good for registration purposes.
These guys are the worst. Those are probably their priorities. You're not wrong. That and and how much they can flip.
It's not a priority. You have to register a
no,
team
for sure. But what I'm saying is,
the
people building this team, they're worried about that, which obviously it's a rule. You have to be worried about it. What they're not worried about is putting together a competent first team.
Well, no, this is the repercussion of going and getting foreign youngsters to build your team around.
Oh, there's a lot of repercussions.
No,
there's a lot of repercussions.
This is one of the big ones, and if we really want to break it down, like this is what we need to talk about: is that you guys are trying to accumulate all this foreign talent, and therefore you have to keep names like Chalaba, like Tosin, on the team sheet.
Again, we got rid of Chalaba last year for 1 year, and then we recalled him because our replacements were so bad that they had to call back the same guy that they've been trying to get rid of for years. And I mean, they did the same thing with Lampard. They sacked him. Well, they didn't sack Lampard. Tuchel replaces him, wins a Champions League, and these same guys go, you know who we should bring in? The same guy that was deemed not good enough. Like, it is incompetence to levels I've never even witnessed before. It is insane that we're operating like this, and this is the result. This is the result. I mean, we said it a few weeks ago, Dylan, when we were talking about Chelsea. The results were fantastic. We're winning all these games, but something felt off, and Rosenior was doing his best to cover the cracks. That's what his job is. And when you watch us play, there are so many positive moments. We're like, oh, he's playing to these guys' strengths. There's quick passing. Andre Santos, who seemingly was just shunned out of the team, he's shining. Like, there's these positives, and then you look at the results. You look at just these. Did you guys see that quote from like Breece Hall, the running back? He was talking about some teams shoot themselves in the leg, then we come back and shoot ourselves in the head. Like that's what we do. Like I think I sent it like 2 weeks ago. It was like the 6-minute reel of just all the goals we've conceded.
Yeah.
Over half of them are the type of goals where you're on FIFA and you restart the fucking game.
Okay, so
those are the type of goals.
To compare this, because I think the situations can be a little similar to United, is like, what's the main difference between the defenses right now? This is the conversation essentially parallel to the United one. What's the main difference?
You have a leader.
Right, we
And
have
you have competent
experienced
players, too.
Premier League center backs or experienced Premier League players in these
Chalobah's an
positions,
experienced Premier League center back.
but he's still not. Like in the grand scheme of things, like comparing his career to a Maguire career, where you
Oh, not
literally
Maguire.
no, but like Trevor
Sandro, Gomez,
Chalobah
and Maguire are all
and
better
Maguire
leaders
are
than any of Chelsea.
relatively, when you think about their career trajectories, right? Like Maguire was pushed out. Like there was a point where he was stripped to the armband. They were like, "You're not good enough." That was all the I've had that thought up until like literally maybe the last 6 months. Chalobah's similar thought process. He came back in, and you're asking him to fight above his weight, and that's the entire
Oh, yeah, it's not
backline.
his fault. It's not his fault.
Yeah, no,
It's not
but
their fault.
this is just
Good
in
point
general.
for
Like
specifying.
when Chelsea, and especially defenses, like that's not a one window thing. Like you don't just plug and play defenders and it works unless it's like Gahey. Does it like you
Just keep
guys
buying
aren't
stinkers from France. That's what we're doing. I mean,
no,
you're
it's not
spot
even
on. It's
look,
a
and
shambles.
it's all mentality. We've talked about the mental side of the game. This is why I was scared with Jaquette being the signing that you were talking about. Is like you can't throw any particular player just into this situation. It doesn't work. Lenny Yoro had that at United. Look, Sarr's first Premier League experience is conceding a 90th minute equalizer against Burnley.
Yep.
In a game
Getting full
down a
time
man.
for it.
Like those things weigh on you mentally, and now you're going to
For
go
sure.
into a run of games where everybody thinks that they can get at Chelsea because either one, you'll shoot
I know.
yourself in the foot, or two, if you stay in the game long enough, they will crack. And that's the issue. Is like you can't continually build a team for next season when this season has to be played. And that's just the problem with Chelsea. We've talked about it a million times. But defensively in particular, the difference between signings that City make or like Arsenal have made, right? Like even like a guy like Nkapie, like proven, experienced, talented players, comparing that to a guy like Sarr who needs to get his feet wet first, it's night and day, man. It's not fair to anybody involved, and that's
No,
on the
it's
sporting
not.
groups. And that to your
It's
point of like the meme of them pushing the fucking pipe into the wheel and then falling over and blaming somebody. That
It's
is
them.
the sporting directors and the higher ups at Chelsea blaming a manager continually because
And
this
they
is
don't have to
stuff.
answer for their sins, Dylan. They
Never.
don't have to answer because you're right. I
Nope.
think it's important to specify this isn't Trevor Chalobah's fault. I've got nothing but respect for that mentality to be able to come back from that. But again, at the same time, he is not the level of, oh yeah, he's starting every week and we're winning the Champions League, the Premier. No, he's just not. And if we want to talk about mentality, I see a quote from him talking about the chances we're missing. What about you? I want accountability. I don't care about your levels, but like, quite frankly, all of these guys can take responsibility for this, in my
Yep.
opinion. At some point in the season, none of these players have been perfect. Even like Moises Caicedo, who was almost perfect all last season, he's had his mistakes this year. He's given away penalties. He's been missing big games due to suspension. Everyone can hold some smoke, in my opinion. So for a defender who's played far and away the most minutes to be talking about missed chances, talking about mentality, that's fucking infuriating too. What are you talking about missed chances? Do your job. Like, please do your job. Like, it is beyond me. What are you looking at other people for? Like, looking for ways to get the blame off you. You're right. There's no authority. There's no leadership in the back. I mean, you guys saw that Malo Gusto no-look pass attempt up 1-0 with his left foot.
Yep.
Like,
it's
Andre Santos Mila, he plays in a brilliant first-time ball, easy cut back across. Gusto no-looks it with his left foot, and it goes out for a corner. Like, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
You're up 1-0 against Burnley. You guys think you're fine.
And you think you can do that shit? It's, oh my goodness.
And I do think, though, that comes in, like, the manager can be blamed for that. But it also is hard for the manager to control that without proper leaders in the dressing room.
He can only say so much from the sideline.
Regardless of whether the defenders or not, like the captains of the locker room need to come forward and be like, this is unacceptable. Don't do that shit. Like, don't be playing around with the ball. Don't get complacent. Stay locked in, or we're not going to get Europe. That's the reality.
Do you think these guys are going to make Champions League right now? Because I mean, I have no hope in as it stands. Again, I want to,
unless someone
more than enough. They're more than capable enough. But
someone has to step up.
Given everything I'm seeing, I have no confidence.
Not even like footy wise. Someone has to step up in the locker room and slap everyone in the face and say, we need to focus, or this is not going to go well for us. Because All 5 of these top 5 teams, if any of them don't make Champions League, it's detrimental to your progress. It's not just, oh, we're not going to play in the Champions League for one season anymore.
It's a 4-team race for
it stagnates progress. You cannot go further without Champions League football.
Can we make the argument that it doesn't matter to any of them because they all signed into this project? And like there's a certain level of maybe this is just like I've had the question of why do guys keep signing for Chelsea if they know this is exactly what this project is? Is there the idea that they're complacent in their own right? Like,
yes,
it could be, right? And so I find it hard to be like, I think someone's going to step up or that I'm trying to think of one person that I think could be that guy. And every player, in my opinion, maybe it's Palmer. Maybe it has to be your best player.
Oh, I think it has to be Reece.
Gotta be the captain. You're right.
But Reece has been. This is the thing is Reece has had all the opportunities to make that his role, and he hasn't yet.
That's
so it's
the issue, though. He's the one with the responsibility.
Oh, we lost Mila. I don't know what happened. All right, well, we'll pause and then we'll get Mila back, and you can finish that point. All right, Mila, you were ranting about Reece James not being a good enough captain.
Right. We were just saying, like, he's had every opportunity to step up and be that captain. He's had the armband. This is crunch time, though. Just to Dylan's point, the complacency, like, it needs to come from him. He's the club boy. He's the captain. He is the club. Cole Palmer, the guy that has links out of the club every week, whether they're true or not, it's not the same. Reece James needs to be the one to say, if you guys don't give a fuck, I give a fuck. So play for me at least. Because he should be carrying the most out of every player in your team. And to see that he's the captain and there's this leadership hole is I would be disappointed as a fan, regardless of how good he is.
Reece James is the weirdest test case for captain because while I think there's been criticism of other captains within the league, whether it's been availability or the way that they present themselves, Reece James is quiet, soft-spoken, shows up in moments where you're like, that's why he's captain. But then also he got taken off down a man in a game he was fully rested for in the 90th minute. And then you go on to concede. Like, I don't get it. What captain gets taken off in the 90th minute of a match you're up 1-0 down a man as a defender? Is he
terrified his hamstring is going to fall off when he does a sprint? I mean, this was one of the first times in a while I agree with it's not justification for it, but I just from a personal standpoint, every time that last game, he's just bombing up and down. My heart sinks every time.
Yeah, but you were down a man. You were down a man. He didn't need to do the bombing anymore. That's what I don't want. I just can't get it.
I agree. I don't think he got the subs right. And again, this is a manager.
Regardless, though, why is what Dylan's asking is why is he substituting out his captain? Why does that thought even occur to him? Because that's
gotta be the sentiment.
Resco brought it up last year with his leadership. He literally I need more from him, and I thought he responded to that call to action, and you kind of see more of it on the pitch. But all the points you guys are making are valid. It shouldn't be happening. There needs to be a leader there. Your leader is homegrown. He is Chelsea, like you said. Yeah, that's not his personality, right? But there's got to be a way you can show that leadership, that accountability. There's got to be a better way to do that.
He's had every opportunity to grow into it. It's not like he's a 35-year-old that they plopped into the captain spot. He's been a young kid with that leadership responsibility, and it hasn't developed nearly enough. Like you're saying, it's developed some, but not enough to what the team needs to be competitive.
I think the first full year he was captain, he never played. The second last year, he missed half the season. So now he's finally playing again. And I think he said that in an interview recently where it's like, I struggled with that because I couldn't play. Like it's hard for me to find my voice, if you will. So again, that part of it is that. Another part of it is just his personality, right? He's just super soft-spoken, reserved, but I think in between the lines, you can switch that up, right? You can show a little bit more not accountability. I think he's accountable, but that leadership, that I don't know, it's hard to really describe it, but you could clearly tell the way we defend. There's something missing.
Who's the captain for City?
We got 4.
Who
Nardo is
wears
the
the
main-
armband?
It doesn't matter. I genuinely think all 4 of them
No,
are
I'm
the captains.
It
Yeah,
is Bernardo
I'm,
Silva.
I'm trying to make a
Bernardo.
point here. It's Bernardo.
Bernardo. Yeah.
Who's the Manchester United captain? It's Bruno Fernandes. Those guys don't get subbed out when they start matches. And
You just need to make Pedro Neto the captain, is what Dylan's
no,
saying. You need
it's
a Portuguese
Enzo
captain.
Fernandez. Okay,
No, I'm
pretty
as
sure
much as
Bernardo's
I'm
been
not
hooked.
like a
Bernardo's
huge
definitely
fan,
been
maybe
hooked
it's
some
Enzo.
games, bro.
No,
Enzo's our vice captain. Yeah, he's our vice captain.
my argument is I think that
Would have
the
been
way that
Colwell, bro.
Chelsea is run, it needs to be someone who plays every single match and plays almost close to full 90s every single match. There's got to be a stat on it, but he's got to be the only captain in the Premier League that has been subbed off or has not played. Like, he has to lead in both of those things because he just
Odegaard?
isn't a captain. Odegaard just hasn't played this season in general, right? And then they've given the armband
I
to
disagree with
somebody
your
else.
sentiment on that. I think
You can't have a part-time captain. That's not a thing. Because
sure.
when we
I
go
agree.
and we point to somebody and we say, you are the leader, you're going to get things right now. We're in a tough spell in this match. The ball goes to Bernardo. The ball goes to Bruno. They take control of matches. And I just don't, as much as I want
so
Reece
as a
James to play
defender,
every
can he
single thing.
control the game? I don't
Yeah.
know that logic, but
And lead from the back.
Yeah, you absolutely
Yeah.
can. My thing is that someone has to be there every single match. And right now with Chelsea, there's not somebody there.
I think that the bigger issue is not that Reece can't be there all the time, because I do understand the sentiment of he's recovering, he's very good, and you want to make sure he doesn't get hurt again. So that's fine. But to Dylan's point, there needs to be someone to step in when that hole, even though we're criticizing right now, there's a major drop off from him to the next guy. So it's like that hole is unacceptable. Someone needs to fill that. And
well, Enzo's already the vice captain, so does that not do it? Or you're saying Enzo just needs
that's what I'm
to be
saying.
the captain
Maybe it
take
should
the
just
pressure
be
off of Reece doing all. I mean, I was
because
seeing,
we shouldn't have
again,
this conversation.
Reece, as much as I'm Reece's biggest fan, right? Even last year, you would see like these tweets or these conversations where it's like, man, maybe like Colwell's like more of a leader type, more of a captain, and like
that's why he was there so long.
Reece was the captain because we sold everyone. Everyone was gone, right? Like Azpilicueta, Jorginho, Kovacic, like those were the guys that would wear the armband. They all just disappeared. So 23, 24 years old, you're the captain. Misses most of that season.
We're going in circles. You guys don't have any experienced older players that are also very good at footy that can lead the team. They don't even need to be that good, though. But the guys that you have are experienced are not leaders. Like, I've watched Fabian Delph be a leader at Man City. You don't have to be the best in the world. You just need the mentality. And
we have
your
some
guys
who
do not
might
have the
be
mentality.
decent leaders, but we don't have a figurehead.
Yeah, it's this. We've had this conversation, and I think that's why we're going in circles, is because it's so frustrating to the point where we've had this conversation in episode 1, we've had this conversation in episode 50, and now in 86. Like, it can't be a recurring thing if we're pointing this out, and we're just 3 dudes in our apartments, right? Like, just speaking our minds. Fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Like, it's not rocket
science. I will never
science.
forget this.